Coming up on RNE TV, students have started a petition to get more tickets for graduation. What's the district's response?
Plus, we traveled to Two Notch Road to learn more about a popular hairstyle in the Black community and find out what changes are happening on campus. Get ready because RNE TV starts now. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, March 24th, and it is an A Day. My name is Karina Span. Graduation is a rite of passage and marks the beginning of adulthood, but some RNE seniors are nervous that their graduation won't meet their expectations. Here's RNE TV reporter Christy Perez with their thoughts.
COVID-19 has affected many different things, one of the largest being graduation, whether graduation's here at Harry Perrone or here at Colonial Life Arena. No matter what, students understood there would be a reduced amount of tickets because of COVID-19. But as Richland 2 began to release their graduation information, they announced that there will only be 2 tickets per graduate. At that point, it not just affected the graduates, but it affected their families as well.
My dad is not in my life, and I don't really mind saying that. You know, my father hasn't been in my life for a minute. But even with the 2-ticket policy, you know, my mom and my grandma, but I also have to think about my brother, as well as my uncle, who have been there for me every step of the way. And I feel like if I don't even at least ask them if they can come, they'll feel so invalidated, or they'll feel like all that they've put up with me, like, you know, it was for nothing.
Rona thought she had us, but she didn't.
So this year, going to the Colonial Center, they are continuing to limit the number of tickets that seniors can get. The Colonial Center has said that all of our graduates can only have 2 tickets per graduate.
The class of 2020 was only allowed 2 tickets at graduation when held at Harry Perrone Stadium last year. However, the Colonial Life Arena is only giving 2 tickets per graduate as well. At max capacity, Colonial Life Arena can hold 18,000 people, in comparison to Harry Perrone, which can hold 12,000. This sparked conversation across the district from seniors who wanted to make a change.
It actually started because we were on a FaceTime call. Elijah, Samara, and I were all on a FaceTime call one night, and we were just talking about how kind of crazy it was that we only were able to take like our immediate family, like 2 of our immediate family, to graduation. We kind of thought it was really unfair considering how much we've gone through, you know, to get to this point.
We created the petition. We wanted to represent everybody in Richland too. So that goes from Spring Valley to Ridgeview to Westwood. We wanted to make sure our class of 2021 voices were heard and known.
So we created a presentation so we can discuss our step-by-step plan on how to get more tickets and make it safe for everybody in attendance. And we actually did just that. We had a meeting with the superintendent, and he loved it. He loved our presentation. But what we have to do now is we have to go back to Colonial Life, because apparently Colonial Life is the one that's dictating our 2-ticket policy.
As they continue to fight for more tickets, you can help out too. Just go to change.org and search Justice for the Class of 21. You'll be able to sign the petition and leave a comment. And you can also share it as well. After reaching out to Colonial Life Arena, they declined to interview.
Join me now in the symbolic turning of the tassel.
Reporting for RNE TV, I'm Christy Perez.
Thanks, Christy. Graduation is scheduled for June 10th at 4 p.m. at the Colonial Life Arena. We will keep you updated on any graduation changes on social media. Follow us at CAFLEX. The National Honor Society gathered in front of the school on Saturday, February 28th with a goal of distributing cleaning supplies to members of the community. Dish soap, Clorox wipes, and informational flyers were put in bags to go. Despite the lack of cars in the drive-thru, the National Honor Society handed out leftover bags at a local Walmart.
We are aiming to reach out to our community, to our school and local communities, in providing them health care supplies.
We want to, you know, just be like an outlet, some sort of resource to kind of help, you know, bring some type of benefit to them and to the community.
March is Women's History Month, and Ethel Payne is known as the First Lady of the Black Press. She was a columnist, lecturer, and freelance writer who combined advocacy with journalism, as she reported on the civil rights movement during the 1950s and 60s. As you can tell, we aren't in the studio, and that is because of construction on the B Hall roof. If you are in person, you can't miss the sounds of the construction echoing through the campus. RNE TV reporter Ty Whitaker went behind the caution tape to get more details.
The sound is like echoing, so I don't know if that's audible enough to the students who are learning online.
In 2018, the Richland 2 School District approved a bond referendum that would allow a multi-million-dollar operation to take place.
The construction project that we have right now at Richland Northeast is part of a larger series of bond projects that we have in all of Richland 2. Right now we're in a process where in phase 2, the only thing we're doing at this moment, March 2nd, is we're taking the old roof off and we're putting a new roof on.
I have students coming face to face, so I'm just a little bit worried about the how conducive the learning environment is.
With construction going on, it isn't safe for all teachers to remain in their classroom. Some have had to temporarily move out of their classroom. This has raised some concerns.
For the very few students who have been coming into class with me, I don't think it's been more difficult. The transition from one classroom to the next was not too hard for them. The only downside is a chemistry lab versus a kitchen. I can't really do any demos or anything, which is, one of the highlights in chemistry.
Because of the work taking place on the outside, there's a chance that we could be affected if there were like a flood or something happened during that process. So in order to take precautions, we had to cover our materials, cover the furniture, because we want to make sure that those things are protected.
In the upcoming years, Richland Northeast will have many new amenities such as the cafeteria and more.
The first project we have up is the stadium project. It's something that the faculty, staff, and the community and students, more in particular, have always wanted. As you can probably already see, dismantle the old courtyard. We're going to have a brand new courtyard, and we're putting in new heating and air conditioning systems.
Although the construction process has caused numerous disruptions and changes, teachers and students understand that sacrificing their normal regimen will allow the school to progress in a positive light.
Any kind of construction or reconstruction, in some cases, anytime we're improving, well, I think it's just the best.
It is no doubt that Phase 2 and future phases will come with struggles and complications. But Richland Northeast is keeping in mind that after it rains, the sun will shine again.
Reporting for RNE TV, I'm Ty Whitaker.
Thanks, Ty. If you have any teachers on the B Hall, they have posted their temporary classroom locations on their Google Classroom. Coming up after the break, we head down to Two Notch Road to discover the history behind locks, and we test your trivia knowledge. We will be right back.
So what I know about cancel culture, it's when typically when a celebrity makes a comment that their supporters disagree with, they'll go on social media and say that that person is canceled.
A phenomenon on the internet where when a celebrity or influencer does something bad, people try to unfollow them and take their platform away from them.
It works so quick, like in a few hours somebody can, 1 minute they're like the top artist, and then the next they're the most hated, and it's just not fair.
I think to a certain extent it does not work, because I feel like people get canceled for like a month or two, but then they always find their way back to where they were to begin with, so it's kind of pointless.
Right, people will take what somebody said or posted or whatever years ago, and then try to use it against them now because they're successful and all of that stuff. And I just think it's so stupid and toxic. And
I think cancel culture is a way of empowering the people. I think it's definitely useful, but if you have the right kind of information.
I don't know why people hold celebrities and people that are in the media to such a higher standard than yourself,
It is a known fact that women are constantly discriminated against in male-dominated activities, things like academics, jobs, even in sports. Video games are no exception to this observation. In fact, 26% of women are excluded entirely in video games based on their gender alone. While in public lobbies in games like Modern Warfare or Rainbow Six Siege, women tend to keep their mics muted or stay in private party chats just to refrain from hearing sexist comments directed towards them. 31% of women face sexual harassment from male gamers, 32% have been sent inappropriate private messages, 22% have been faced with verbal abuse, and 14% have been threatened with rape.
The girl, everybody freak out! Hey, so how do you fit the computer in the kitchen?
Oh, that's a woman. I thought it was just a 12-year-old.
You know, it's kind of sad. I think you're the first streamer I've met in this game besides me.
I've met a few.
Most won't talk because there's a lot of harassment that goes on in this community.
Yeah.
While these usually tend to be more innocent, sometimes it gets downright malicious. Worst case scenario, a girl can be playing the game while being berated with sexual comments or degrading comments. Things like, go make me a sandwich. Even in 2021, men still find the need to make sexist and sarcastic remarks towards women while playing the video game. Which leads us to question, are female gamers even welcome in the online gaming world? Due to the pandemic, a lot of women have taken on video games as their new hobby, increasing the overall amount of female gamers in the gaming community. Bailey Poland, a feminist who advocates for equal rights in online communities, once said in her book, The Haters, that online threats of violence seem to have a very simple purpose. They are intended to act as a reminder to women that men are dominant, that women can be attacked and overpowered if men choose to attack, and that women are to be silent and obedient. Many people have called out the gaming industries to see if they would help with bullying, harassment, and misconduct, especially towards female gamers. But hey, all I can say as a female gamer is if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. Reporting for RNE TV, I'm Kirsten Gunter.
Hello, my name is Julio Olvera. The difficult part was to learn how to cut hair, but after that, everything is more smoother. And also, I mean, when you're a barber, you never stop learning. You always get better at it. I used to go to barber shops and just watch them cut, and also from YouTube and self-taught. I plan to do it for most of my life. My ultimate goal is to have different barber shops. If you want to get a haircut from me, just DM me at Julio the Barber 2020. I can do any texture and I can do any haircut you want.
Welcome back. For so many people, hair is a form of expression, and in the Black community, locks represent more than what meets the eye. RNE TV reporter Ebony Christie visited a local shop to learn more.
Within the hair community, there exists a misconception of what locks are. Though they are seen as nappy or maybe messy to others, the reality of locks is an intricate story that is shared by many and a journey within itself.
It is old, new, alive and dead hair all matted together, kind of like a gumbo, if you will. And once it's all put together, you can style it. You could cut it, you could just let it grow, you could do all kinds of things. It's very versatile.
And so this is a great example, like one of mine. You can do things with it, shorten it up, but you see the length of it, how long it really is. And this is only a 7 to 8 year mark.
Here on Two Notch Road, Creme de la Creme, or the best of the best, has locticians that specializes in locking, hair extensions, and a variety of other things.
The name of our business is Creme de la Creme, which is French for the best of the best. Because not only our stylists are the best, our clients are the best, our styles are the best, services are the best prices, best atmosphere, best everything.
Amidst the COVID pandemic, Creme de la Creme has established safety measures to ensure the standard of being the best of the best is continued.
With COVID, you know, it kind of put a halt on a couple of things. I mean, it was like a reality check because no one ever expected anything like that to happen.
Due to the pandemic that we're now experiencing, we cannot hang out and congregate like we used to. We have to be mindful of distance. We have to be mindful of sanitary measures and stuff like that.
As time progresses, so does the future of Creme de la Creme and the acceptance of locks within the professional setting.
Definitely after COVID is over, we are planning on expanding, but we want to still take our precautions.
We're starting to embrace our curl, if you will, and we're embracing our heritage. And that's one thing that I'm glad that we're doing now, because it's not, we're being ourselves, we're being liberated through our locks.
Owning your hair, doing what you want with your hair, no one's telling you, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know, you're free with them. And most of our people who have them, believe me, those are some of the most free people, because they really do not care about what you or anyone think about their hair. Once they lock their hair up, they're letting you know that I'm in that number. I'm free.
Hair is a form of expression, and for those who are locked in, there's an understanding of commitment, patience, and freedom. The lock community tells a story of growth and represents a journey of becoming the best of the best. Reporting for RNE TV, I'm Ebony Christie.
Thanks, Ebony. Do you have a hairstyle significant to you? If so, tweet us at CavFlex to share it with us. New game shows seem to be popping up on TV every month. Some test your musical knowledge and others are unique guessing games like The Masked Dancer. RNE TV reporter Mark Smith decided to create his own virtual trivia game. Check it out.
Can you list the colors of the rainbow? Or how about the world's most populated country? Well, let's find out. This is RNE TV Trivia. What's the world's most popular color?
I believe that is red.
Red.
Ooh, the world's... Let's say blue.
I'll probably say blue. I know that's both my parents' favorite colors, and it's one of mine, so I'll probably say that.
What country has the largest population in the world?
China.
China.
Africa.
China.
China.
What does the acronym Roy G. Biv stand for?
I don't know.
It's the colors of the rainbow, right?
Red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Wait, no, I missed blue. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
In the year 1776, how many states did our country possess?
I'm going to say like maybe in the 30s.
13.
13?
Now here's a final question for you. How many arms does a squid have? The answer is 10. Reporting for RNE TV, I'm Mark Smith.
Thanks, Mark. I definitely knew that squids had 10 legs. I think. Anyways, that's all we have for today's show. Remember that tomorrow and Friday are asynchronous days for students. This gives teachers time to receive their first round of COVID-19 vaccines. Be sure to follow at CavFlex on Twitter and Instagram for more updates. Reporting for RNE TV, I'm Karina Span, and remember, it's a great day to be a Cavalier.